3, 3. Marco!
Marco!
I'll do 15.
And now, we would like to take some time this evening to honor our senior members of the Falcon Band and Color Guard for their years of service to this group while at Duarte High School. Each senior will be escorted by a relative down the red carpet. The boutonnieres and flowers are brought to us generously tonight by Rosie Lopez of Rancho Duarte Florist. Thank you, Rancho Duarte Florist. Our first student tonight is Alex Alvarez. Alex is being escorted by his mom. Thank you to everyone in band, Mr. Torres, he says, band boosters and the band for making my 2 years in band awesome. I hope the band keeps growing and succeeds in everything they do. To everyone I know, stay awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, Alex Alvarez. Our next senior is Jose Anguiano. Jose is being escorted by his mom and dad. He says, I would like to thank my parents for all those days of waking up early to bring me to practice and tournaments. I'd also like to thank the DHS Marching Band and Color Guard for making this experience fun-tastical. I would also like to say, go low, brass. Ladies and gentlemen, Jose Anguiano. Our next senior is Angel Arroyo. Angel's being escorted by his mom and dad. In Angel's words, thank you all that I've met through these 4 fine years of high school. I give thanks to my teachers for teaching me skills I can use later in life, and to my friends for the laughs that are a guarantee every day. I finally give an absolute special thanks to my parents for giving me the opportunity to go to this great school and for giving me the push to do my best in school and to get to this point in my life. Ladies and gentlemen, Angel Arroyo. Our next senior is Enrique Ayala. Enrique is being escorted by his dad. I'd like to thank all the people that influenced me to be who I am today, and special thanks to my band director, Rich Torres, for making me believe anything is possible in music, my drum instructors, Ducky and Jesus, and my good friends Josh Jerome and Abraham Martinez for those awesome jazz band things that we did. Last but not least, I'd like to thank my family for always being there for me when I really needed them. I love you guys with all my heart and soul. That was Enrique Ayala. Next senior is Marlene Verumen. Marlene is being escorted by her dad. She says, I have a great time, would like to thank first my parents and family, my supportive teachers, Mr. Torres, Miss Naylor, Miss Smith, Mrs. Nunez, Mrs. Salas, and Mrs. Vasquez. Finally, I'd like to thank my friends, Autumn Bias, Carlos, Victoria, and my color guard friends. They've made it all worth it. Marlene Verumen. Our next senior is Ana Caballero. Anna is being escorted by her mom and dad. These past years of high school have gone by very fast. I want to thank my parents and my best friend Vanessa for always being there for me and supporting me. I also want to thank the girls in Color Guard for always motivating me. And remember, ladies, stay golden, stay beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, Abin Caballero. Our next senior is Virginia Cabrera. Virginia is being escorted by several members of her family. Huge thanks to my family for making life a little brighter and clearer every day. Thank you, Mr. Torres, for always showing me the doors to the right path and the heart you put into us to be here now. I'd like to thank Luciano for being an awesome friend and for all my friends and the band boosters. Next senior is Jared Crisostomo. Jared is being escorted by his mom and dad. Jared says, I want to thank my family for supporting me for the past 17 years and the friends I've met and made through the years. I'd especially like to thank Mr. Torres for giving me and my fellow bandmates the opportunity to play and perform music. Jared Crisostomo. Our next senior is Anthony Galicia. Anthony is being escorted by his mom and brother. In Anthony's words, he'd like to thank his family who supported me and loved him in every way possible. I'd like to thank his second family, which is his band amigos, color guards, especially Mr. Torres, who always knows how to make band fun. Anthony Galicia. Next senior is Whitney. Whitney's being escorted by her mom. Whitney says, I'd like to thank my mom for being there for me and Mr. Torres for being awesome and encouraging us to do our best. I love color guard friends and I'll miss you all. And that's Whitney Jackson. Followed by Josh Jerome. Josh is being escorted by members of his family. Josh says, I'd like to thank my family for supporting me and the band boosters for helping me and giving us food. I'd like to thank the members of the band and color guard that have made my experience fun and Mr. Torres for giving me knowledge of music. I've met the coolest people in band and I'll miss you all. And that's Josh. Next, senior Arzane Kasiri. In Arzane's words, he says, Billy was a bean. He was a happy bean. Bob ate him. The end. By the way, thanks to all my family's friends and teachers for helping me throughout. That's Arzane Kasiri. Our next senior, Kim Lim. Kim is being escorted by her parents. In the Chinese language, Kim says the word love is written with a heart in the middle of the character. I felt this love from my parents, friends, and band family, and I'd like to thank them and Mr. Torres for encouraging me to do my best academically and musically. I love you guys, says Kim. Next, senior Abraham Martinez is being escorted by both his parents. Abraham says, I'd simply like to say that I've had fun in band. I'm glad to have met all the interesting and peculiar personalities of band and hope everyone continues to grow musically. I'd like to thank my family, Mr. Torres, and other members for helping me to do better. That's Abraham. Next, senior Carlos Perez being escorted by his mom and dad. I want to thank my family, teachers, and friends for support. I am where I am because of them and will continue to work hard. I love you all. I've really enjoyed this year in band very much. And that's Carlos. Next senior, Lizbeth Rios, who's being escorted by mom, dad, and sister. I've had so many memories being part of this band. Thank you for always being there for me, making me laugh. My parents and sister for supporting me in everything. Thank you to the parents and staff that make everything we do possible, especially Mr. Torres. I'll never forget any part of my 4 years in band. There's Lizbeth. Last but not least, our senior Sarah Young. Sarah's being escorted by her mom and dad. Sarah says, I'd like to thank my mom, dad, sister, and friends for all their love and support. The low brass section for being an amazing section and making me proud. And lastly, Mr. Torres for all the hard work he's done for us and making band and high school so much fun. Ladies and gentlemen, Sarah Young. Let me hear it one more time for all of our senior members of band, color guard, and their families. On behalf of the band boosters, I'd like to again say thank you to Rosie Lopez and Rancho Duarte Florist for providing the flowers for our seniors and parents. Please remember Rancho Duarte Florist for your homecoming flower needs. We'd also like to thank Jay and DJ Sports for our banner. Most of all, we want to thank you for your continued support of the band, color guard, and the arts programs at Duarte High School. Please join us again next week at homecoming, and mark your calendars to join us, the fabulous Falcon Band and Color Guard, on Friday, November 16th for the Band and Color Guard Showcase, where you can get dinner and a show for only $5 per person. Thanks again for coming out to support our fantastic Falcons!
Everything's in 3D.